Hello and welcome back to episode 4 of a Minecraft Odyssey. How you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good myself. I've been having a whole lot of fun playing on this world, planning stuff out, and just coming up with fun projects to do in the future. Yeah, lots of fun. But anyways, I've been down here doing some farming at the gear shop, and check it out. We got our first diamond armor mob spawn. This is pretty cool. I thought it would take a lot longer before we started getting diamond tier mobs, like at least a few more weeks. But we got one here. I figured let's go ahead and test our luck, see if we can get some diamond armor to drop. Whew. It's about to get loud. And what I've been doing down here is I've noticed we've been getting a whole lot of really good drops, like a lot of protection 3 armor, a lot of unbreaking 3 armor. Oh, there comes that sneaky little bastard right there. Man, these these zombies, they just come from nowhere. And by the way, this sword right here, the looting one that we got last time, I didn't pay attention to when we got it. I was more concerned with the looting, but it has Smite 3, and man, that enchantment has been a blessing. Like in the past, Smite was kind of a joke enchantment. It was one of the worst things you could get. It's not something you really wanted to see when you enchanted something. But now, I mean, the zombies are just so crazy. Having Smite on a sword is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty convenient, so I'm really happy with that. But you can see we got an anvil there. It's got some cracks in it. I've been putting it to use. I've been making us some armor here. I'll go ahead and show you what we got going on. We got some Unbreaking 2, Protection 1 helmet, Protection 3, Unbreaking 3 thorns. That's really good. And Protection 3, Unbreaking 3. Like I said, we've been getting some really good drops here. And so this whole gear shop thing's been working out pretty good. Alright, now let's go ahead and see if we got lucky with some diamond armor. The moment of truth. Nah, but we did get something. Ooh, Protection 3. You know what? I'm going to put these on these right now. So there we go. Now we have some Protection 4, Unbreaking 3. Yeah, awesome. So this thing's been working out pretty good. I'm just waiting for these iron leggings to wear out before I throw these on. But we're doing pretty good now, armor-wise. Already got diamond mob spawning, so we should be set for the future. I did make a small modification to this. If you remember in the last episode, we had a mob drown right here. And I paid attention a little bit more, and there was actually a number of mobs drowning. And it was affecting our rates that we were getting. And all I did was just make a small modification. Seemed to solve the problem. I replaced this full block here with a half block. And no more drowning mobs. And I've noticed that the rates are quite a bit better, so that's pretty cool. Now we got some stuff going on around the base here. Well, this isn't even the base. Down here in the branch mine. Which direction? Oh, this way. Over here. So I found something cool over here. I want to show you. Let's see if we can see one. Is there one in there? Nah, but it's a spawn chunk. So I was actually getting kind of concerned because I have all this area lit up around here and hadn't seen a single slime spawn. And then finally I saw like a baby slime right here. And I saw him as he jumped into the lava, which is probably why I wasn't seeing them at all, because they were killing themselves. But we got a slime chunk right here. And it's really interesting where this slime chunk is placed. It's either in an extremely convenient position or an extremely inconvenient position, and we might not be able to build here, because this is pretty much, I'm looking at the coordinates here, and this is pretty much almost directly under where like our minecart warehouse and storage room and all that shenanigans are going to be. So I don't know if we'll have enough room to put it here, but if we do, it would be really, really good placement. But for the time being, it's just nice to have a place to get slime balls without having to go out to the swamp. I've already got like a half stack from here. I put some grass down here as well, just trying to see what it looks like. Wasn't super impressed with the plains biome grass. But if we come over here to where the roof forest grass is, this looks awesome. Like, if I could choose, like just of my own choosing, choose what color for grass to look like underground, it would be exactly this color. Like, it's spot on. So in the roof forest biomes, I think we'll be using a lot of grass underground, just because it looks so cool. But in the plains biomes, probably not so much. But that is really cool. And if we come this way a bit further down the mine here, I also found something else that was really cool. So we hit another ravine going this way. Not a big ravine, just kind of one of the normal ones. But if we go over here a little bit, come down here, and there's a pretty sizable lava lake area down here, as well as a pretty big ravine. So really cool. I love it when you get all this lava down at the bottom of a ravine. It just looks really cool. Maybe we can do some building over here in the future. Nice area though. And it's really close to the mine over there, so that's nice. Alright, so there are a lot of things I want to get to today, but before that, I had an idea for a quick little project that we can do first. Now, I'm one of those people who keeps everything. Like, I throw nothing away. Dirt, gravel, seeds, I keep it at all times. I've long since learned that you never know when you might need something in Minecraft. I remember one of the first times, or early on when I first started playing Minecraft, I had like all these double chests full of seeds from wheat farming. And eventually I was like, why am I keeping this? Just throw it away. And then like a week later, I decided that wouldn't it be cool if there was like a rolling hill of wheat right next to my house? Sure would have been nice if I had that double chest full of seeds. And also you never know when a change might be made to the game that would make something that was previously useless useful now. This rotten flesh is a prime example of that. Pretty much the best way to trade with villagers to get emeralds now. I'm using rotten flesh, so you never know. So it's good practice just to keep everything. However, I can't think of a single reason to keep all this leather armor here, especially the unenchanted stuff. And it takes up a lot of inventory space, and it's really inconvenient. So I figured let's just go ahead and make like a little automated trash can, you know, for this leather armor stuff. I can't think of a reason to keep it. So I'm one of those ones where you put it in and then it waits for you and then it dispenses it when you're ready. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and collect some materials and then we will get to work. Alright, so this is my the first idea I had. I got another idea of what I want to do now, but I'll go ahead and explain how this works. So if we put this 20 cobble in here, it gets sucked out by the hopper and automatically dispensed. Or dropped. We're using a drop here, and we could just drop that right into a lava source block to destroy the items. And we can use a lever here right next to the hopper to control when the hopper pulls items out of the chest and doesn't. And this is something that you see used a lot in automatic chicken farms as an automated chicken or egg dispenser. It just pulls power out with a comparator and sends it back around to power the dropper, so it spits it out, and it also delays the hopper for a short moment. Which is important because this hopper will actually put items into the dropper faster than it can spit them out with this clock setup. But I was thinking, this is what I was going to do, but then I was looking at this and I was thinking, you know what, it's kind of lame having to use a lever because you have to wait and sit here until it's done and then flip the lever back down to lock it out. And you remember those good guy doors that were so popular for a while back where you could hit a button and then just walk through it, or it wouldn't close until you walk through the door. I kind of want to do the same thing with this. It might be a little overcomplicated for a trash can, but I kind of want to set it up to where if you put items in it, it won't let anything go through until you hit a button, and then you can just walk away and it'll do its whole business, and once it gets done, it relocks itself out. So it's like hands-free, and you don't have to do anything. You can just hit the button and walk away, and you'll know that it'll be safe to put items in later on. And so I think I'm going to mess around a little bit here and see what I can come up with. Alright, so we got a functioning design here now. It's a little bit on the big side, but it does what we want. And before I explain how it works, let's just go ahead and demonstrate it. So this is where you put the items that you want to destroy or throw away, and it doesn't take them out automatically. So if you accidentally shift click in something that you didn't want to, it waits until you hit this button. So let's get that stuff out. And we could pretend that there's a lava source block right here. And then as soon as we hit this button, the items get dropped out right into the lava source block and destroyed. And it just lets the clock start. And then the cool thing is that when it finishes, let's just speed that up a little bit. It automatically locks itself back out. So if we put something back in, once again, it will not do anything until we hit this button to let it be dispensed again. Or dropped. I keep on mixing them up for some reason. And actually, before I explain this, I want to mess around with it. I want to mess around with it a little bit, if I can speak clearly, and see if I can come up with something a little more compact. I kind of got the redstone bug right now. You know, I'm not satisfied with it just working. I want to make it better. And one thing I was looking at is the way we got this laid out right now is kind of inefficient space-wise, because the lava source block is going to be over here, and it's going to take up even more room. And I was thinking about organizing it in a way. Oh, where's my axe at? There it is. In a way like this. So if I grab that dropper, get that, and face this dropper upwards like this. Put that hopper into it, and then the chest on top of that, and have the lava source block right here. So we would have the lava source block surrounded by blocks like this, and then try and do this same thing with everything organized like this. I think if I can do that, it would end up being a lot more compact and a lot more intuitive. This right here is a little bit confusing, so I don't really want to explain it to you. Yeah, so let me mess around with that a little bit and see if I can come up with something better. If I can't, then we'll just go with this design. It's kind of big, but it works, so you know, it's good enough. Alright, so we got something pretty cool going on here now. I'm actually really happy with the way this turned out. This is a lot better than I anticipated. I think I might even make a tutorial video on this because this turned out really good. But let me demonstrate it first. So let's pretend that there's a lava source block right here, and this is where the items would get destroyed. It would be surrounded on 3 sides by cobblestone or any block. But just like the other one, if we throw this 15 cobblestone in there, in this chest, it's safely stored away. It's not getting destroyed until the moment we hit this button. Then once that happens, it automatically gets shot up into the lava source block and destroyed. And once it finishes, just like the other one, it automatically locks itself out again. So if we collect this and once again put some more cobblestone in there, it's waiting for us to hit that button before it destroys it. Now let's see if I can explain the way this works without confusing you. So first of all, let's take a look at this comparator and this repeater right here. This is very similar to that little dispenser clock that I showed you before. It's just a flat version instead of a vertical version. Power is pulled from the dropper with this comparator and put into that repeater, which powers the dropper, and also delays the hopper for a short moment, and it starts a clock. Now what we got going on right here is we have this furnace with one item in it, and a comparator is pulling power from that. And what that is doing is that is locking out this hopper. So it's not allowing the hopper to pull any items out of this chest until the moment we hit this button. And when we hit that button, what happens is power gets sent into the subtraction side of this comparator, which unlocks this clock and allows the clock to start. Now it's a little more complicated than that, because once the button gets turned off, this once again gets powered on, and it would lock the clock out. However, power from this comparator is being put into this redstone line right here and keeping it unlocked until there are no more items entering the dropper. And so that's what allows this to work. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. The most confusing part is the fact that every time an item comes into this dropper, it's actually subtracting a signal strength of 1 from this comparator. But it does work, and I'm really happy with it. It's a nice and compact design, and I also like the fact that the lava is going to be right behind the chest, and I think that's actually going to provide some backlighting. Yeah, so pretty cool. Let's see, I'm gonna do a little work off camera here. I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna have to block off one of these mine shafts or something, I don't know, but I'll mess around with that off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're up and running now. This is what I got all set up here. I thought about for a little bit making everything look good. I even made some stone brick, and I was going to put a room around it and everything and make it look cool, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure that everything down here is kind of temporary at the moment. I've got some different ideas for some stuff I want to do down here, and so I don't want to put a whole lot of work into making something look good that I think I'm going to change in the future or tear down. But this is what we're working with right now. So the little system we're going to use is all the drops that get picked up from the zombies are going to get put into this chest. And the stuff that we want to keep for possibly repairing in the future, we're going to put into this chest. But everything that we don't want, we're just going to put in this chest over here. And when this gets filled up, I'll hit this button, and then they'll all get automatically dispensed into the lava source block behind the chest and destroyed. I kind of like the fact that it stays here for a while, because you never know when you might actually want something. Like, I don't know, maybe I actually want to put Aqua Affinity on another leather cap for whatever reason, doubtfully, but you never know. So it's kind of nice to keep it in like a recycling bin for a while before you destroy it. But that's the little system we got going on at the moment. I think it'll work out pretty good. By the way, it's actually been a few hours since I stopped recording. If you look all the way down these corridors here, before I started building this, there's like 4 or 5 corridors here that I only took like 20 or 30 blocks because I found this zombie dungeon and I got kind of distracted on making this XP farm. And as I was building this, I figured I should go ahead and take them all the way out. And like 50 blocks that direction, I found a massive cave system, really big. And I'm pretty sure most of it was in the spawn chunks, so I'm glad I found it because it would have really affected our rates later on in our mob systems. But for like the last 3 hours or so, I've been lighting that up and gathering a whole bunch of resources. I don't remember how much stuff we had down here before, but this is how much we got down here now. Quite a bit of stuff. I think we have like 6 stacks of iron up on top too, so now we have a good amount of iron, like 9 or 10 stacks. We'll be able to do a lot with that. Very helpful. And I've already noticed a big increase in the spawn rates of slimes over here in the slime chunk. Previously we were only getting like, I don't know, 1 slime every, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. It was really slow. But now it seems like every time I come over here there's a slime. Except for when I'm recording, obviously. Seems to be a universal law of making Minecraft videos. It happens until you start recording, but you can just take my word for it. We're getting a lot better rates with the slimes, getting a lot more slime balls. But we have been underground for a long time. Like, it's been a few hours. It might not show in the video, but it has been for me, I don't know, like 8 hours or so. And I'm starting to get a little bit of cabin fever, so let's go up and get some fresh air. Alright, so before we head up top, I just wanted to show you that we are in fact getting better rates down here. I swear, as soon as I stopped recording, I walked over here and there was 3 big slimes. Man, this game sometimes it just trolls you when you're trying to make videos on stuff. I also put a second layer up here. I don't think I showed that. But anyways, like I said earlier, let's head up top, get some fresh air, and check out the progress that we got going on up there. Man, it does feel good to see the blue sky again and green grass. I've been underground for quite a while. Not only all the stuff that we've been working on this episode, but I've also been doing a lot of work on lighting up the perimeter and getting all those cave systems lit up. So running around the spawn chunks looking for cave systems and trying to light all that stuff up. It's not a whole lot of fun. It takes a long time. It's a bit of a grind, but it's got to be done. And so it's nice to be back up here again. But let's go ahead and take a look at the progress we've made down here. So I dug out this circular thing, and we're going to make this into a pretty cool looking ceiling. Like, I'm imagining some cool stuff with like vines and like roots, making it look real natural looking. I've also been digging out all this down here and down here. It looks a little strange at the moment because this that I'm standing on right now is all pretty much scaffolding. The ground floor is going to be all the way down here. So we're going to have a good 15 block space between the floor and the ceiling, and it'll look really big and cool. Give us a lot of room to work with. I've also been doing a bunch of like prospecting in this big rock face over here. That whole storage area thing, all that automation stuff, you know, that's something that's going to take a long time to do, and we're going to have to feel it out as we go along. You know, change things here and there and change our plans a little bit. But this big mountain right next to our base, I'm pretty sure I already know what I want to do here. We're going to make this into like a big vertical automated farm area. Like, we're going to have a bunch of farms here, or either that, or we're going to have a mob system. I think it would be really cool to hide a mob system inside of that. And then what would be nice about that is we could have the drops just go straight down, and it's right next to where our storage area is. So a good place to hide a mob system, I think. So we might be doing that. But anyways, turns out I'm gonna have some stuff to do for the next 5 or 6 days. Gonna be a little bit busy. I'm not gonna be able to record any videos, and I don't really want to wait that long to put out another episode. So I think we're gonna have to wrap it up right here. Our little side project, or quick side project as I called it, ended up being like the only thing we got done today. But it was a lot of fun, and it was a pretty cool design, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think we're going to be going to the stronghold in the next few episodes. Um, it'll be a pretty fun adventure, and they'll also give me something to do while off camera. I'll be, digging this stuff out and working on the perimeter, doing all the boring stuff. There's not a lot with that amount of work that you can record and upload. So I think going to the stronghold would be a good decision, something I can do in the meantime. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Didn't get a whole lot done, but we did make a really cool automated trash can, and we're getting we're getting along here. I mean, we're going pretty slow right now, but this won't last forever. Eventually, we'll have enough stuff cleared out where we can just start throwing in automated farms and doing all sorts of cool stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and as always, thanks for watching.